Just Bros Gaming.
Alright, so this is your mainline Dragon Link combo. It's great to start in your hand with a Safer and a Libellion, as well as you really just need one extra card to be able to send off of Dragon Ravine. So we'll start out by normaling the Safer and declare the Safer effect to target itself in tribute. If that's 4 stars, you can search out a dragon with 4 stars. We're going to search out for the Clap Serpent. Special that by banishing the Safer. From here, we'll go ahead and link into the Striker Dragon, and then declare the trigger effects of Striker 1 and then Clap Serpent 2. Chain blocking for the Striker. Off Clap Serpent, we're going to grab the Wyver Burster, and off Striker, we're going to grab the Boot Sector Launch. From here, go ahead and special the Wyver Burster by banishing the Clap Serpent, and then we can link these two into the Romulus. And then Romulus effect to search out the Dragon's Ravine. From here, let's go ahead and use the Ravine effect. So put that on field and declare effect, discarding a card from hand, and then discarding a card from your deck. From deck, you're going to discard the Absa Router, and then use Absa Router's trigger effect once it hits the grave to search out a rocket monster. We're going to search out the Rocket Tracer. We're going to use the Libellion effect, so it goes to grave, and we can search out a Bestial monster. From deck, searching out the Magma is great, so we can get that search in the end phase. Let's go ahead and get that on board. We're going to special it, banishing the Absa Router Dragon. We don't really need this card in grave for anything at this point, so it's fine to go ahead and banish it. So we'll get the Magma on field. We'll then use Libellion's effect in grave, attributing the Magma, and then use the Libellion effect on field to search out a spell or trap. We're going to search out the Branded Regain. We're going to want to get our Tracer on field as well. So to do that, we're going to need to activate our Boot Sector Launch, and then use the Boot Sector Launch effect to special summon the Tracer in defense. At this point, we don't need any other extra deck monsters that aren't dark, so we're good to rip the Tracer. So we're going to go ahead and use Tracer's effect, targeting the Boot Sector. So it destroys the Boot Sector Launch, lets you special summon from deck. We're going to special summon the Rocket Recharger. All right, at this point, let's get linking. Let's link off the Tracer for the Pisty, and then the Romulus and Libellion for the Triple Burst. Now that we have, via Pisty's effect, we need to have 2 link monsters pointing at the same zone. Since we have that, we can go ahead and declare the Pisty effect to special summon from grave or banished. The Safer is a good pick here to get it back in grave. So we'll bring the Safer back. And then we're going to go ahead and link all of these off. This is now 3, 4, 5 for the big monster, the Borland. And we can then use Borland's effect to negate a monster on field and special summon a rocket from deck. We're going to negate our own Recharger. That way we can special out that Tracer that we have in deck, or in our grave. Cool. At this point, Tracer is your tuner, and you're at 8, so we can go ahead and special the Borlode Savage by synchroing, and then declare the Savage effect now that it's on field, using a Link monster as a equipped spell. So it's going to get the 3 negates, 1 per turn, as well as half the attack of this Triple Burst. One more thing before we go to end phase. Now that we have that Safer in grave, we're going to go ahead and use its effect in grave. Let's banish it, and it adds to hand the Libellion, so we have that for next turn. All right, now we're going to jump to end phase. And in phase, we're going to use that Mag effect and search out the Baldrake as an interruption tool, as well as just something that we can put on field to banish anything that they're trying to summon from the extra deck. It's great to be able to have that, as well as on their turn we have the Regained. So as soon as they normal, we're most likely going to pull out the Magnemite, declare that effect, so we can search on their end phase as well. Probably grab 11 year going back into our 3rd turn, and then at some point we'll get the Baldrake out, and then as soon as they try and special from the extra deck, we're ripping that effect. So this gives you a monster negate, an Omni negate, and then a banish from extra deck, as well as if when you are summoning that Baldrake, you're gonna have this Regained go into effect, and you're gonna be able to get an extra card from your deck as well. What is it? What's it gonna be? The Nib. We might need the Nib. It's great to have. So yeah, that's the mainline combo. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do a test hand here. What I really like about this deck is usually no matter what you have, you're gonna get where you're going. So I'm just gonna show that by drawing 5 random cards and showing what I might do with it. So let's see what we get. All right, Safer, Chaos Emperor, Double Safer, Book of Eclipse, Synchron. Cool, not too bad here. Always happy to see a Safer. Always happy to see Chaos Emperor, as well as a bonus Rocket in Hand. Is basically free material once we hit blue. So start here with normal summoning the Safer, defending the Safer effect to target itself. Oh, actually, we're going to target the version in hand, which is a great thing you can do with 2 of them. So we're going to go to sit itself and search out for one of our Chaos little babies. So we're going to grab the black one. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and link off the Safer. We're going to link it off for our Striker Dragon. And then declare Striker Dragon effect to search for the Boot Sector launch. All right, so got that in hand. So let's keep going here. We want to make sure we get to our Ravine. So go ahead and go, especially some of that Collapse Serpent, banishing one of the Safers. And then we're going to link these off for our Romulus. And then declare Romulus effect 1, Collapse Serpent 2, chain blocking for the Romulus. Collapse Serpent is going to search us our White Dragon. And then the Romulus is searching for the Ravine. Cool. Ton of cards in hand. At this point, we have our Ravine. Let's go ahead and get to our Tracer that we want. So we'll throw the Ravine on board and declare that effect. Here, I think we're going to go ahead and pitch. Let's actually pitch the Dragon of Armageddon. It's not bad to keep the Eclipse in hand, so we'll pitch the Armageddon. You'll see why in a minute. And then from deck, we're going to pitch the mainline combo for the Abso, and then declare Abso effect to search and add a Tracer to hand. At this point, so we were fine putting that Armageddon in grave because we can use Safer effect to banish the Safer and add it right back to our hand. So it's like nothing ever happened. Let's go ahead and get our boot on board and use that boot effect. Since we started with a rocket in hand, we can get the Tracer and the Synchron on field. We don't need any more non-dark, so we're safe to do Tracer effect. Let's go ahead and rip that Tracer effect, targeting the boot. Allows us to special summon a whole nother rocket from our deck. Okay, I'm gonna have the rocket recharger. Awesome. Let's run and get to our Borland while we're here. So send the Tracer for the Pisty. And then we'll do Link 3, Romulus, and the Synchron for the Triple Burst. Deciding what to bring back with the Pisty effect. Yep, Safer's always good to have back in grave. Let's bring that here, and then we're going to link all of these for our Borland. Cool. Borland effect. Target our recharger. Let's bring back the Tracer, and we can synchro those off for our Borload, and Borload effect for our Triple Burst. It's typically where you might stop and kind of leave some things for next turn, but if you want to go absolutely buck wild, we can keep on going, so let's just do that. Do Wyver Burster effect to special summon. Targeting, what are we not going to need? It's nice to leave the links in grave as well as the Saferts, and any basically need white monsters, nice. So we're going to send the Black Dragon, Collapse Serpent. We won't be needing that. As well as we're going to want one more on board. So let's use Chaos Emperor's effect to make that happen. Let's go ahead and scale it. And then use its scaled effect to pay 1,000. It destroys itself and adds from hand, or adds from banish something to hand. So let's grab a Safer back. And then we're going to special summon it by banishing a light and a dark. So decision time again. Let's go ahead and send a Safer. I think that's our only light in grave, and then the Absoluter we definitely won't be needing. Let's find a bench as well. All right, at this point, 3,000 beater is great, but for interaction on their turn, I want a bit more. I'm gonna pull out the Masquerena from these two. can likely end my turn here. So we have our Monster Negate, Omni Negate, and then the Masquerena that we can use. Actually, we're probably going to set the book, but in the Masquerena we can use potentially jumping into a Unicorn to spin something on their turn, or I think that's probably going to be your best option for the Masquerena usage. So there you go. That is a quick test hand. Love it. List it. Love it.